Pap For Forum is the first event dedicated to the sustainability in the pulp and paper industry in Russia. The Pap For Forum, Sustainability and Efficiency of the Pulp and Paper Business of Russia, took place on the 26th of September 2013 in the Moscow School of Management Skolkovo. The largest event for the pulp and paper industry and forestry, Pap For Russia exhibition, has 20 years of history and is traditionally held in St. Petersburg every 2 years. Changing and developing along with the industry, for the first time ever, the Pap For Forum was organized in Moscow. The relevance of environmental responsibility in enterprises and the global incarnation of programs for sustainable business abroad have identified the urgent need for the Russian pulp and paper community to move from theory to practice.
I think the question of sustainability in Russia is a big question. It's very important. Now's the right time to be asking the question. We pay a lot of attention to it because we're over 100 years old, and so we've been maintaining sustainability and continuing to improve, again, for more than 100 years. And we're putting more and more attention on it every day and every minute. It's in economic development. We try to be right in the middle of all three of those. And just as an example of what we've done from an economic point of view is at our Svetogorsk mill, we've invested over $700 million in the last 10 years. Ecologically, we've installed a new combined heat and power unit to improve the efficiency of our use of energy. We have teams now that are working to reduce the use of water and chemicals and energy in our facility to reduce our footprint in Northwest Russia.
Sustainability has become urgent today. 5 to 10 years ago, this subject was treated as kind of a toy, something for the image. It seems to me, in recent years, the industry has come to the point where sustainable development is an integral part of the business process. That's why we see such an interest in this forum. I think it's an extremely important topic because the main goal of core and responsible businesses is to develop, and after this development, not to leave the earth scorched and without forest, without natural resources. We are committed to reduce the impact of logging. We are not only obliged to be responsible forest users, but we also buy wood only from legal wood harvesters.
Sustainability really is vital because they've got the big resource, the biggest forest in the world. We know what it means to them, and there's so much evidence of really bad past practice. So I think it would be really important that they catch up. This is based on the natural resource. Fiber is a big part of our process. So we have identified this as a very special area for us, and we've been working for the last 20 years really building up a very good reputation and a very wide interest. So it's absolutely essential to Mondi.
I think that today's conference subject is the right choice because now is exactly the time when the forestry of Russia is discussing its future and how to develop further. And as international experience shows us all, including our company, it's no longer possible to develop without taking into consideration all aspects of sustainability. And that's why it's very good if sustainability is on the agenda of all companies in this crucial moment for Russian forestry. The mission of the forum was to involve all the market players into sustainability and to create a responsible attitude toward natural resources and eco-friendly renewable production. Representatives of the forest and pulp and paper companies, public authorities, analytical and consulting companies, institutions, research and non-profit organizations were all attracted to participate in the forum for comprehensive coverage of this issue. In our opinion, this forum is a forum of comprehension. People participating in this forum receive the information to digest and think about it after. And we hope that within a year, this will result in some actions. Today, so far, most of the presentations that we've heard during the forum were from large international companies. Of course, it would be better to see more Russian companies involved with the topic, and eventually to see that sustainability is not something that stands apart, but is really incorporated into the entire production cycle. It's necessary to involve the government, even on the level of public-private partnership, in building the energy infrastructure and the transportation infrastructure, which are completely unable to service the increased demands of business today. The construction of roads, highways, and railways is a very important issue as well. Moreover, it's the most problematic zone in the development of the wood industry in Russia.
I think this forum is an excellent place for all three of those pillars to come together. We have our partners with WWF, we have some industry partners here with us, we have the federal agencies, and this forum is so important because it brings those three groups together to have good constructive dialogue about our relative interests, activities. Very important.